God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 59 of Your Journey Is Not Over. My name is Tanya Pearson Randolph. This is my own personal journey, and the expressions and opinions are of my own. I own all the rights to my personal journey, and your journey is not over. Neither are to be used, copied, or edited in any way without my consent. First off, everything I'm about to speak on is exactly how it all played out. There's no reason to lie. The truth is horrible enough. I couldn't make any of it up if I tried. My brain doesn't operate like that. I can't even wrap my head around how others can operate in such sinister ways. How do these people sleep at night? How do they even look at themselves in the mirror? Only God can answer my questions. I will start on one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. I've been through so much in my life, in my childhood, and most are under the impression that surviving a traumatic childhood is a victory, and most assume that once we become adults, there will be no more trauma inflicted upon us. You know, we're in control of our own destiny. And if you're anything like I was before my healing journey, I was extremely guarded, skeptical of people. I didn't allow a lot of people into my world. It was my way of controlling who and how others could hurt me. I realize this now, but trauma still found a way to find me, no matter how guarded, no matter what I did to protect myself, my peace as an adult. So, no, trauma does not have to be just as a child. Not my experience, anyway. Again, what I'm about to speak on is exactly how the events unfolded. And being completely 100% truthful, there's no doubt I could pass a lie detector test with flying colors. Well, I must start at Christmas of 1999. We had a wonderful Christmas. My kids, my grandkids, and my husband and I. Anytime my kids and my grandkids were under the same roof as me, it's a wonderful feeling within itself. But with it being Christmas, it made it extra special. I cooked a big Christmas dinner. It was a great day, with great food, lots of love, and new memories made. So the very next day, December 26th, I got up, had coffee with my husband before he left for work. It was our normal every morning. Only this morning, I was so emotional. My heart felt shattered, and I couldn't understand why. Nor could my husband. After he left for work, I couldn't quit crying, and I kept asking myself, what in the world was making me so sad, so emotional? It was a gut feeling, a gut-wrenching feeling, and I couldn't understand why. Around 3 o'clock that day, someone drove by my house, and they laid on their horn. Instinctively, I knew that horn was meant for me, but would have no clue nor be able to put things together until 16 days later. I had this heavy feeling that lingered over me. So much so, I even warned everyone around me, even my ex-husband, my kids' dad. That's how strong the heaviness was. I just knew that something bad was coming. I just didn't know what. I had no idea that what was coming would change my life so dramatically. Well, New Year's 2020, I rang in my birthday, the New Year's with my husband and a lot of others at the local bowling alley. We had rented a couple of lanes and invited friends and family to join us for the celebration. 12 o'clock midnight, New Year's, we did the countdown. I kissed my husband Happy New Year, and immediately I teared up. Both of my parents were on my mind. My real dad had passed away December 28, 2018, and my mom, we hadn't spoken for a while. Simply put, it's impossible to heal repeating the same dysfunctional cycles with people that have no interest in changing or healing. So I had to distance myself so that I could lead a happy, healthy life, not only for myself, but for my kids, my grandkids. Break cycles, not continue on with those cycles another generation or two. But yes, at midnight, New Year's 2020, my heart was broken because of not having either parent to wish me happy birthday, which was normal to me not to hear from them. But this year, it affected me. It was something deep in my soul. Fast forward to January 10th. It was a Friday. My husband came home from work and had made plans to have a guys' night out, go to the local casino with the guys. So I quickly made plans to go to the movies with a girlfriend. After the movies, we had planned on going to get a bite to eat, make an evening out of it, a girls' night out. I met her at the movies. I remember this need to be at home and be by myself that evening, but I tried to enjoy being out and with my girlfriend. Right before the movie started and before I shut my phone down, I heard a text on my phone. I opened it, and it was one of my brother's friends who later on in life became my friend. Well, the text she sent me that night read, "Hey, Tanya, are you home? I need to talk to you." I responded, "No, I'm not home. I'm at the movies. I'll call you in the morning." After receiving that text, I became uneasy. I couldn't focus on the movie. My gut told me something bad is fast approaching. So I explained to my girlfriend that I needed to go home. I left 15 minutes into the movie and went home. I was so emotional and didn't even know why or what was coming. Just this need to be alone. I get home, I change into my PJs, and the weird part is, I actually put on some PJs that my mom had given me years prior. It's not a set that I ever wear. I don't have a lot of things given to me by my mom, so the things that I do are kind of tucked away at the bottom of my drawers. But again, I dug those out for that night. I then was sitting on our couch, taking a breath, alone, and truly trying to figure out what was going on, what was coming. I was soul searching. And out of the right side of my peripheral vision, I got a glimpse of my grandmother. She was all in white, a white gown. Her hair was down, long, dark, and curly, like mine. It was just a glimpse, but I knew it was her. I also seen her the night before I found out about my brother's suicide. Again, just a glimpse. Having my spiritual awakening, I now understand that she shows up and lets me get a glimpse of her to let me know that she's still here, right beside me, during some of the most traumatic times of my life. Of course, at that time, I was left wondering what was going on, what was coming. The very next morning, I got up, I made coffee, had the same heavy feeling. I had no clue that within a matter of minutes, one phone call would change my life completely, the way I lived my life. My whole foundation would be shook, again, with one phone call. I've decided to end today's podcast right there because when I begin to tell you about January 11th, 2020, I want to do it all in one episode. Also, before I sign off today, I do want to say I feel grateful, thankful, and blessed to everyone that joins me on my journey, to those I've met along my journey, and for the love and the prayers and encouragement I receive around the world. My prayers are that somewhere, somehow, I am making a difference and helping others not only understand their journey, but to embrace and to heal and become the best, happiest, healthiest version of yourself. Again, I'm forever grateful. This concludes my podcast for today. Please join me Thursday, listen in, and always remember, your journey is not over. God bless.
God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've